Parshas Vayeitzei, the first Aliyah, Rishon. We know that Parshas Toldos ended off with Yaakov Avinu having to run away from his brother Esav. His brother Esav said that he's going to kill him because he stole the bracha from him, and the bracha that his father Yitzchak was intended to give Esav. However, Yaakov, we know the story, he disguised himself and he went in and he kind of quote unquote stole the bracha, as Esav put it, and he said that he actually stole something from me twice. He took the bechorah, the birthright, from me. He also took the bracha from me, and he's therefore vowed and he said, I'm going to kill my brother Yaakov. So Yaakov has to run away so he to escape the wrath of his brother Esav. So the opening pasuk in Parshas Vayeitzei is Vayeitzei Yaakov mi Be'er Sheva vayelech Harana. And Yaakov is leaving now, and he's leaving Be'er Sheva, he's leaving Beersheva, and he's going to Haran. He told his parents, his mother actually told him to do so, that he should go to Haran and he should go to Lavan, the house of Lavan, and there he should marry the daughter of Lavan, which is his first cousin, his uncle's daughter, Rivka's brother Lavan, his children, and go there. So you should be able to marry one of the daughters, and that's how the Aliyah begins. Vayeitzei Yaakov mi Beersheva. Of course, Rashi makes his famous comment and saying that why do we have to learn about Yaakov leaving? It should just speak more about the objective of him going to Haran. It should just, the pasuk should read that Yaakov went to Haran. Yaakov holach l'Haran vayelech Harana. Why do we have to say Vayeitzei Yaakov and Yaakov left? What is the point of mentioning that? So Rashi famously says that when a tzaddik leaves a certain town, so that makes a big roshem, that makes an influence on the town, that now there's a void, that the tzaddik has left, and that's why they want to teach us this idea of Vayeitzei Yaakov in Beersheva. Don't think that Beersheva is going to be the same Beersheva with Yaakov and without Yaakov, and now there's some sort of a void there. The pasuk continues. Pasuk Yud Aleph, Vayifka b'mokim vayolan sham. Vayifka is an interesting word. It says Vayifka. What does Vayifka mean? Vayifka means he encountered. He happened upon the place. Why does it just say Higia l'mokim? He came to this place. What Vayifka is a very strange language, and of course the many midrashim about the word Vayifka, that he bumped into the place, he encountered the place, he happened upon the place. What does that word mean exactly? There are many different halachas that we learn from the word Vayifka, and one of the Gemara in Brachos on Daf Chavav and Chav Zayin, the Gemara says, from here we see that Yaakov Avinu instituted what we call Tfilas Arvis, Marav. It was nighttime and he davened Marav. So what's Vayifka? Vayifka is that he happened upon it because he had to reconsider. He passed by unintentionally, not knowing that this was the Har HaMoriah, not knowing that this was where the Akedah is, not realizing, he wasn't sensitive at that time that this is going to be the Makam HaMikdash. When he realized what it was, so he turned back. And then he came back to the place, and HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Hashem, made the sun set. It wasn't yet nighttime, and the sun was setting early, and therefore he knew that he had to daven Marav, and for this reason, that Hashem changed the nature of the world, and it was Vayifka, and it happened kind of like accidentally. That's why we could daven Marav early, because really it was still daytime, and Hashem just made it nighttime, so Yaakov Avinu could sleep and he could rest, and he could, because he was learning in Shiva Shem Ve'eva for 14 years, he needed a break. So then he instituted Marav, but it was really still daylight. That's why we daven Marav in the summertime when it's still daylight. We could do that. Also, this is why the Talmud, the Gemara says in Brachos, that Marav might even be a Rishus, because again, look at the language, Vayifka. He happened upon it. It wasn't that intentional. So therefore, there's a possibility that Marav isn't really an obligatory like Shachris and Mincha, but rather it could be optional a certain way, as the Rishonim, as Tosas and others discuss. What that means exactly is Marav could be a Rishus because he didn't intend necessarily to daven Marav.